नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं भाषा और बेबाक भाषा की स्पेशल स्टोरी में आज मैं आपके साथ चर्चा करने जा रही हूं कि आखिर क्या चल रहा है और क्या पक रहा है हमारे पड़ोसी देश बांग्लादेश में। अगस्त से यहां पर बड़ा बदलाव आया हुआ है और इस बदलाव की वजह से भारत में भी राजनीति गरमाई हुई है। सवाल बहुत बड़ा है कि क्या बांग्लादेश अपना रंग बदलेगा? क्या बांग्लादेश भारत का उस तरह का दोस्त बना रहेगा जैसा अभी तक रहा है जब तक शेख हसीना थी? क्योंकि आज शेख हसीना बाहर हैं और भारत ने उन्हें प्रोटेक्शन दे रखा है। अंदर क्या चल रहा है? क्या हिंदू विरोधी हिंसा डोमिनेट कर रही है? क्या वाकई बांग्लादेश की जो माइनॉरिटी है यानी हिंदू वे खतरे में है जैसा कि भारत में और भारत के मीडिया में बताया जा रहा है? इन तमाम मसलों पर हमने बात की बांग्लादेश में एक ऐसे शख्स से जो तकरीबन पिछले 30-40 सालों से बांग्लादेश में माइनॉरिटी पर काम कर रहा है और वहां पर माइनॉरिटी पे काम करने का मतलब है हिंदुओं के अधिकारों की बात करना, दलितों के अधिकारों की बात करना। और इस शख्स का नाम है जाकिर हुसैन, जो नागरिक उद्योग यानी सिटीजन इनिशिएटिव चलाते हैं और संयुक्त राष्ट्र में भी जो माइनॉरिटी रिपोर्ट पेश की जाती है उसका एक अहम हिस्सा हैं। यह बात इसलिए करनी बहुत जरूरी है क्योंकि जिस तरह का प्रचार और प्रसार चल रहा है भारत में, असल में जमीन पर क्या है यह जानना, खुद उनकी जबानी सुनना बहुत जरूरी है। उनसे मुलाकात कुछ समय पहले नेपाल के काठमांडू में मेरी हुई थी। आइए जानते हैं और देखते हैं क्या कह रहे हैं जाकिर हुसैन। नमस्कार दोस्तों, बेबाक भाषा में आपका स्वागत है। मैं भाषा हूं और इस समय मैं बात करने जा रही हूं बांग्लादेश की स्थिति के बारे में, एक ऐसे शख्स से जिन्होंने तकरीबन अपनी ज़िंदगी का आधे से अधिक हिस्सा सोशल एक्टिविज़म में बिताया है। ढाका में रहने वाले जाकिर हुसैन अभी हमें बताएंगे कि किस तरह से बांग्लादेश की स्थिति क्या है, सबसे बड़ा संकट बांग्लादेश के पास इस समय क्या है, इस पर हम बात करेंगे। और उनका जो संगठन है नागरिक उद्योग, जिसे कहते हैं नागरिक इनिशिएटिव, सिटीजन्स इनिशिएटिव के तौर पर अगर उसका हम अंग्रेज़ी में तर्जुमा कहें तो वो होगा। आपका बेबाक भाषा में बहुत स्वागत है और आप बताइए कि आज की तारीख में बांग्लादेश में क्या सबसे बड़ा संकट है? इतना बड़ा तख्ता पलट हुआ, शेख हसीना बाहर हुई, यूनुस अभी इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट को हेड कर रहे हैं, नौजवान बड़ी संख्या में है और भारत में एक बड़ा संकट है कि यहाँ पर देखा जा रहा है कि इस्लामिस्ट कट्टरपंथ का एक रिवाइवल है और माइनॉरिटी का एक सवाल यानी हिंदू का सवाल, हिंदू खतरे में है। बांग्लादेश में एक बड़ा प्रश्न चिन्ह है भारत के लिए।
Thank you for having me. My name is Zakir Hussain. I am from Bangladesh. What Indian media is doing currently, that there is no mandir, mandir is banned, people are not allowed to go to mandir to pray, which is completely fabricated news. Something happened. Then as you said, the Islamic group, in a 90% of the Muslims in India, in Bangladesh, you see. So some of the Islamic political party does exist, You should allow them to do politics constitutionally. So they were in Hasina's period. Now we are in the phase. It is not the Islamic uprising. It's completely wrong information because democratic forces are there. This is the Bangladeshi people is more secular in a sense, and we have a good relationship with minority friends, and Bangladesh went through serious political turmoil, after 1991 when we regained the democracy, after ousted the military government, then we formed interim sort of government, that caretaker government, it came. And then the election in 91 and again in 96 and 2000 went very well. People accepted that. But after that, the election, transfer of power was a critical problem. The political party, they never come together to, tolerance in a sense, because we fought against the military government to regain our democracy. People have the right to vote. that unfortunately the Sheikh Hasina government, they in 2014 the election, opposition just boycotted the election because the Hasina changed the constitution. It was a constitutional amendment back in 2006 that the interim government would be permanent for the long term, so that we learn the democracy, because Bangladesh is a new country, you know, we need to learn and practice the democracy. But unfortunately, 2010, Hasina revised the constitution, and the interim government provision has just withdrawn.
लेकिन भारत के लिए शेख हसीना एक सेकुलर लीडर के तौर पर देखी जाती हैं और भारत की बहुत पुरानी दोस्त के तौर पे भी देखी जाती हैं.
Okay, fine. If the secular leader should be the democratic leader as well, you know. So she should allow the others to come to the election. But 2014 and 2018 and the last election and 7th January this year, unfortunately, this three election was questioned. You know, opposition party boycotted in 2018, opposition joined, but unfortunately there's so much rigging that only 5-4 seats got the opposition main party. The problem is that the people were angry. People because lost their right, voting right, and extrajudicial killing was there, abduction was there, the human rights groups were highly under pressure, and political party was in jail. Lot of things happened. So angry. And interestingly, the 5th August, when Hasina resigned, it was not the movement for political party, but they were really dissatisfied. People were completely dissatisfied.
जनता सड़क पर थी.
Exactly. As the 5th August, what happened basically in Bangladesh, opposition party, were not strength enough to really fight back the Hasina. But, students started campaigning in 2018 for quota and reservation. It was a 57% reservation for the freedom fighters family, and as well as the other some quota for minorities. Then the students were so frustrated with the quota, they
57% था जो लोग कह रहे थे कि शेख हसीना और उनकी पार्टी के ही लोगों को मिला.
Yeah, it's not a party, but in the name of freedom fighters, and 40% for freedom, 47% for freedom fighters, the others for the minority groups and other groups and women reservation, all this. But this restrict the other people to get entry. Then students were angry because it is not only the son of freedom fighter, it is also for the grandson of freedom fighters. So that's the really restrict the entry the other people, and as well as the most of the freedom fighters listed, it's a false listing was there. So false certificate was there. So that the whole thing was.
वो हमने देखा कि जो uprising थी और जो उसके बाद हुआ.
So uprising then come to the you see 5th of August when she resigned.
Now in December what's the scene?
Okay, so you see when the 5th of August, it's a people uprising, you can say. It's not only students. So we say unknown forces initially, because it's not a formal political party. Yes. Unknown forces, students. Then students, Hasina, the problem is that she did not respect the student demand. Even not wanted to discuss with them, that's problem. Now this slowly, you say 5 days, there is no government. That people, guarded, people maintain the discipline and law and orders. And traffic police and students were, Professor Inus was in abroad. He was invited to take charge.
Yes.
The student trusted. After that, something happened against in Bangladesh. It's not people are portrayed the minority attack. It's not a minority in a sense that most of the minority people in Bangladesh, they are traditionally allied with the Awami League, as it in India with Congress. So some of the minority people was the leader of Awami League. So their houses are burned, of course, I agree, and they were attacked, So that is the portraying the minority attack. This is not true. What Indian media is doing currently, that there is no mandir is burned, people are not allowed to go to mandir to pray, which is completely fabricated news. Something happened. As you said, the Islamic group in a 90% of the Muslims in India, in Bangladesh, you see. So some of the Islamic political party does exist. You should allow them to do politics constitutionally. So they were in Hasina's period, now we are in the phase. It is not the Islamic uprising. It's completely wrong information because democratic forces are there. Some of them Islamic parties there.
आप माइनॉरिटी राइट्स पे काम करते हैं, आप दलित राइट्स पे बांग्लादेश में काम करते हैं, आप लोग एक रिपोर्ट भी लेकर आ रहे हैं जो साउथ एशिया को लेकर है, कलेक्टिव को। तो अब आप ये बताइए कि आपके हिसाब से, क्योंकि आप तो बांग्लादेश में हैं और आपका माइनॉरिटी पे भी काम, जिसमें हिंदू आते हैं, दलित आते हैं, तकरीबन कितनी हत्याएं या कितने मंदिर आपके हिसाब से जले होंगे? क्योंकि हम भारत में तो देख कर लगता है कि सब कुछ तबाह हो गया, कोई भी मंदिर नहीं बचा, कोई भी हिंदू नहीं बचा है, और ख़ास तौर से वो मिशन के
you see that its number is very limited. You cannot count it. Very small, it's not burned. No mandir is burned, but some attack was there initially. It's a Islamic, very radical groups, and government take action. Professor Yunus himself visited the main temple, Kali Mandir, and the other political, even Jamaat Islam. The people blame the Jamaat Islam. Jamaat Islam Amir also visited Jamaat Islam students leader. They protected the mandir, during the puja period. But I'm not saying that they're doing their own politics, but they're dominating. It's a more secular people in Bangladesh. It's a dominating. But what India has a political interest in Bangladesh, that's why they supported Hasina government. The problem is why people are talking against India due to the, without any question, last 15 years, India supported Hasina without any question. Even Hasina, what Hasina did wrong, they, as a neighbor, as a small country, we are neighbor of India, they should respect the democracy. India is a larger democracy as they claimed, internationally.
Yeah.
So if they, without any election, if someone come to the power, why India support?
आप 64 साल के हैं, कितना बड़ा खतरा आज बांग्लादेश का एक इस्लामिक नेशन में तब्दील होने का है?
It's completely wrong. I received the same questions. I was in Geneva last month, Minority Rights Forum meeting. It's a 2 days meeting. And I found this is the first time, because every year I attend the Geneva meeting and engaging with UN system, as as Human Rights, UPR and other treaty bodies. I found that strange, that Hindu Parishad and Geneva chapter, a lot of things, 5-6 organizations, they are reporting back to the UN building. And I found that very organized force, 32 people inside, and they're clapping that Hindu Mandir, broken, and it's going to change quickly Islamic Republic, and Jamaat Islam and Yunus is doing that. This is completely fabricated. See, this is the Bangladeshi people is more secular in a sense, and we have a good relationship with minority friends, and So, you see, this is the wrong information completely. It is not going to turn. And now the Constitutional Reform Committee, headed by Professor Dr. Ali Riaz, he is a very renowned professor, happened to be our friend in a sense that we are the same age, See, very secular person, very academic person. He is heading the Constitutional Reform Committee. As well, the members are from the very high-level academicians. So there is none to propose is going to. I was invited by the commission, and 3 pages of my notes saying that Islamic state, that is the Ishad government put in the constitution, many people are saying that this should be repealed. It is not a state religion should not be Islam. Even the civil society arguing that. Of course, the secularism is a 4 pillar of the Bangladesh constitution. There is justice should be the top of the everything. So the basic principle of the constitution is not going to change. It's not. Some people are saying it should be written. It should be written. Why it should be newly written? Because if the undemocratic, the articles are there. There's Article 70, something like that. Full power of the Prime Minister, administrative power, parliamentary power as a Prime Minister.
So secularism हटेगा नहीं, आपका मानना है?
नहीं हटेगा. Rather, this constitution will allow more democracy. I hope that. And if the more democratic practices are there, all the constitutional bodies are there, then minorities and every people will live together. Even what Yunus already declared, that don't say minority even, say that you are the citizen of Bangladesh. So everybody's citizen rights should be established. That is the motto of the present government.
चलिए हम देखते हैं.
Yeah, sure. I hope that we are all active, civil society are active, progressive people are active. In a way, for one thing I tell you, that see the 60s, Pakistan, Jamaat Islam never came to the power. They want to influence. That's correct. They want to influence in many ways. They are doing that in Bangladesh. They are trying to influence, but it is not they will come to the power. They are only 4.5% vote altogether.
Jamaat Islam.
Jamaat, if they go to the voting, they will get the 656. What is the problem? Let them allow. Let them allow. If you don't allow, then it would be counterproductive. Rather, they will be more, maybe out of the democratic space. They will take other things. So I am in favor of allowing everyone to come to the elections, then take the mandate of the people. Then if you come to the power, what is the problem? There is no way that Jamaat is coming. If Jamaat is doing democratic politics, I don't have any problem.
चलिए देखते हैं क्या भविष्य रहेगा.
Thank you.